Are you mixed with anything? From what I know, I am African American. I'm also Irish, Italian, and Native American through my mother and father's side. I definitely have to get a genealogy test done to figure out where my ancestry has been. But what made you want to pursue music? I was just very curious about how people did what they did in terms of music production, and it just really sparked a huge interest in me. Q&A, who's your favorite artist? My favorite artist at the moment, Jon Bellion, Ski Mask, and Jaden Smith. He's got a lot of bangers on his last album. You guys should definitely check him out. What will you tell somebody if they're on the verge of ending it? And by it, if you're talking about life, I would say nothing is wrong with you feeling this way. I would also tell them that I wouldn't want them to die. I would also say that I have no idea what to say. And try to be honest with them. Honestly, I think doing something would be more helpful than saying something. You can't change somebody's mind all the time, so getting help from a professional would probably be a better option. What has influenced you the most to make you who you are today? I would say my love and appreciation for music has definitely formed me into the human being I am today, because as of lately it is all around me, whether I like it or not. For the most part, I love it. I hope your surgery goes well. Thank you so much. It actually did, and it hurt a lot. So basically, for those of you who don't know what a root canal is, they have to drill inside of your decaying tooth, pull the decay out of both canals, and then drill inside of each canal to hold it together in place, and they fill it back up. I have to go back for a second appointment next Tuesday. So yeah, I'm not exactly too excited for it to hurt again, but we'll see how that goes. Hi, I have a question. What advice would you give for an aspiring singer/rapper? Thanks. I would say 3 things. Number 1, develop a very strong work ethic. Number 2, develop a lot of patience. Number 3 is to also develop curiosity about your craft. I figured out that once I was really curious about something, I would always chase it. Definitely get curious when you're researching how an artist does this or that, or how they sing, how they produce their song, how they even perform. All of that will help you. Groovie Gang, who was your inspiration to start making music of your own? By the way, that clip of My Bad was fire. Thank you so much. My Bad drops tomorrow. Also, my inspiration of making music. My most recent inspiration for making my own music has been Jon Bellion, because just like me, he makes his songs completely by scratch. He records them, he produces them, he records on them, and then finally engineers them all, for the most part by himself, and that's just an amazing talent that he has. And yeah. When was the first time you produced any kind of music, whether it was a cover or an original? It's difficult to remember when's the first time I did an original song, but I remember in 2013 I put out a little EP on SoundCloud. I will not name it right now because it's pretty garbage. It's pretty trash, and I'd hate for you guys to listen to it now. But yeah, 2013 was the first time. What made you want to sing? I was curious about music, and I looked inside myself and said, why can't we do this? Hey, I wanted to know what inspires you to make music, and what advice do you have for someone that would like to be a singer? P.S. I love your music, and I'll share it to all my giraffes. Any advice for somebody who wants to be a singer? I would say to take as many classes as you can, or vocal coaches. That'll probably help you a lot, and not only your range but also your accuracy on pitch. Yeah, vocal coach, or get into choir. Choir is more about a balanced sound, and you have to do a lot of listening. Choirs, any kind of group situation, even if you're in school, that'll probably help you a lot. How do you feel when people say to you that they get over their depression, for example, by listening to your songs? Personally, I don't think that anybody's getting over the depression completely through my music, but I believe that some might be getting through the depression, because as far as I know from depression, that doesn't disappear just by listening to something and just by somebody saying something. If you actually have a chemical imbalance in your body that makes you depressed or causes you to feel a certain way that is uncontrollable, professional help needs to be considered. But I'm sure people mean well when they say that my songs make them feel better. People normally say that my music is calming for them and gives them a feel of relaxation. I think that's a better way to word it. What keeps you motivated and creative? Going to bed on time and waking up early has been helping me a lot recently. That definitely keeps me motivated and creative. Where do you see yourself 10 years from now? 10 years from now, I see me in a big old house doing exactly what I am doing right now. Making music, making beats, maybe with some extra members of a family, maybe. I'd definitely love to see a bunch of plaques somewhere. Hopefully something signifying that somebody loved whatever I did in the future. Who's your biggest music inspiration? Probably Drake and John Bellion, and also The Weeknd. Why are you very sexy? LOL. No lies, you have a girlfriend. I think this person is asking if I have a girlfriend, and the answer is no. I'm very single, but ready to mingle. How was high school? High school was pretty fun. I think a huge reason why it was fun is because I really just minded my own business and I didn't participate in a lot of things my other friends did. Remember, during lunchtime, me and Shad would go down to the music room and start producing beats. We'd bring our laptops and just sit there and mess around. During my last year of high school, I really didn't have enough money to pay for lunch, so regardless, I would just go straight to the music room and chill out. What is your advice to someone who wants to learn sing as well? What is your advice to someone who wants to learn sing well? I took a lot of classes in high school and middle school, so I think that'll really help you. Maybe taking classes or getting a vocal coach, that'll probably help you out. Can you do Fine China cover? Which Fine China? Because there's the Chris Brown version and then there's also the Kodak Black version. So let me know. What is your dream collab and do you think it'll be possible? There is an infinite amount of people I would love to collaborate with, and I do believe that it is all possible. What heroes do you play the most on Overwatch? My top 3 heroes on Overwatch are Junkrat, Moira, and Hammond the Wrecking Ball. I'm from the Netherlands. Have you ever been there? No, I have not. How did you start singing? I started singing a little bit when I was really small, and then after I got into middle school, I started taking classes. Hey, when you start popping off, can I be a roadie though? Sure, homie. Why is your music so flopping good? I've been doing this for about 6 years now, and time doesn't always mean your music is gonna be better or worse. However, I do think a lot of time makes way for more skill and more knowledge on how to do the things that you're doing faster and easier. What age did you start playing guitar at? I started playing guitar when I was 11. Which mainstream artist would you want to collaborate with the most? I would love to collaborate with any of the 88 Rising crew. That'd be lovely. Seems like you're not signed to a label. I can only imagine it would be because you want to stay independent. Even though you're relatively small, you must be on some radars. Everything you just said there was 1000% correct. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. The answer is yes. Yeah, I am not signed to a record label. I would love to stay independent for as long as I can. I think I might be on some radars just because of the amount of views coming in, but I do not know for sure. Can you do another Tory Lanez cover? I did a cover of Keep in Touch, Tory Lanez and Bryson Tiller on Cam's channel, Cam Fatore. Just type in CAMFATTORE and you could see it there. When did you start doing covers and what was your first cover? My first cover was The Weeknd, Wicked Games in 2013. When's the next stream? LOL. Also, I'm your biggest fan. What's going on, Sonny? Next stream will actually be tomorrow before I drop My Bad. We will see how that goes, and I'm super excited to see all your faces there. How do you make your kicks so damn clean, bro? So when you're in your mix and you have everything laid out, you have your kicks, drum, snares, everything, see what would happen if you lower the volume of everything except for your kicks and then boost the master volume. That might help you get a harder feel to it, and also learn how to sidechain. Sidechaining your kicks to whatever you want ducked creates so much more breathing room for your track, and it's so awesome. I might have just gave you the keys, so you better use them wisely. Where do you get inspiration to do your songs, and what was your big debut that made you do music? My Bad is gonna be fire. My biggest debut would probably be on the album Dedication I released a couple of years back. Who's your favorite upcoming artist, and good luck with the root canal, she must suck. Yes, very true, it did suck, but I'm here and I'm living. It wasn't that bad. My favorite upcoming artist would probably be Steve Lacy of the internet and Billie Eilish. Technically, Billie Eilish is still coming up, but she's been around for a while now. So, what happened with your first heartbreak? Wow, that's a little personal. At the time, it was cool and fun while it lasted, and some situations happened. I'm not here to discuss said situations, but we both learned a lot about ourselves after it, and that's the most important thing. Where was the point in your life where you decided to commence with music? Any fond memories of buying the equipment for it? My biggest purchase for music was really this MacBook right here. But I've been doing music way before the MacBook. I have a PC desktop right behind me, and I remember purchasing that in like 2016. It was about $600 to build. It still works to this day, and it's pretty fun to use. I like using this MacBook because it's a lot more mobile, and I know how to access the things that are on it way easier. Not a question, but you're so talented and kind-hearted. Stay at it. God bless. I really appreciate that. Ever consider joining a label? When I was young, I really was interested in joining a label, but right now I just see a whole lot of people who do not need it, and they just keep doing what they're doing, and over time they just grow. What are some recent albums that you heard lately? I recently played Lil Wayne Rebirth, that album from like 2010. I love that album. Bruno Mars, Unorthodox Jukebox, and Justin Bieber Purpose Deluxe Edition, always. And Watching the Throne, Kanye and Jay-Z. And one more, Camp by Childish Gambino. Very awesome project, by the way. What's your favorite original that you've created so far? It would either have to be My Bad or some songs that I haven't put out yet. I can't say the name yet, but I can't wait to show you guys. Where do you see yourself in 6 month time? Doing more covers, more originals, etc. 6 months I plan to release way more originals than covers. I'm excited to see your reaction on some of the songs that I'm going to drop. Except music, what are the hobbies you do in your free time? In my free time, I like to take walks. I like to play video games sometimes. I like to do research on different equipment, plugins, explore music, explore certain websites. I like to explore YouTube. I use YouTube a lot, like a lot. Oh, and I also like to hang with my homies, and I love to collaborate with them as well. Why don't we have a collaboration? Haha. What DAW program do you use to produce? I use Ableton Live 10. It is pretty dope, and it's super easy to use. If you're interested in getting it, I highly recommend that you do that. Have you ever thought you'd get this far? By the way, your voice is amazing, and you and other YouTubers have inspired me to make my own covers. Much love. If this is Chrissy Love Ya from like way back, then real quick, I just want to say I appreciate how long you've stayed with the channel. You've been here since like 2015 and 16. You're amazing. If this is Chrissy Loves Ya. But to answer your question, no, I did not think I would get this far this fast. I thought it was going to take even longer, and that's just such an awesome opportunity YouTube has given me to maintain this platform and to see what the future holds. What are your hobbies outside of music, or do you not have any? Also, your music is amazing. I think I just answered that question a little bit ago. I play video games, I do a lot of research, and I listen to a lot of music. I like to hang out with my friends. How old are you? I am 21 years old, and I turned 22 in March. When did you realize you had such a good voice? Did it come naturally, or did you have to work for it? Because I'm in a position where I wasn't born with it, but I want it so bad. I've seen progress, but not enough. By the way, I can't wait for your new song. Your music is always amazing, and I will for sure send this to as many people as I can. Thank you so much for your support. This is a very interesting topic. Personally, I feel like there's a difference between skill and talent. Talent is something that you're born with, but skill is something that you work for. So as long as you're chasing after skill and not really paying attention to talent, talent won't even matter, because your work ethic will have beaten talent by a landslide. You'll come out on top because you will have attained the skills necessary to do what you want to do. Practice, practice, practice. Treat your craft like an athlete would. Can you cover Rich Brian's song? Yeah, So Cool. I've never heard that song before, but I'll check it out when I get the chance. Who would you want to collaborate out of Trey Songz, C Breezy, August Alsina, or Jeremiah, and who's your favorite artist? Out of the 4 of those that you just mentioned, C Breezy is my favorite artist, so it would go Chris Brown, Jeremiah, Trey Songz, August Alsina. How are you holding up, Travis? Your well-being is very important to us, and we would like to know how you feel. Thanks, Travis, and keep up the positivity and amazing music. Much love. That really means a lot to me. It means a lot when you guys check up on me and stuff like that, and ask how I'm doing. Right now, I am doing pretty well. I don't really feel a whole lot of tooth pain anymore because of my surgery. It's awesome to finally feel a lot of relief. I'm super excited to share with you guys the original stuff that I make, to keep giving it to you guys and to keep pushing for more and more and more. And I just can't wait. I can't wait for the moment in the future that we look back on this day and we say, wow, we've come so far. How did you get so good at singing? Did a lot of practicing. Whenever you want to get good at something, you have to figure out a way to make it part of your daily life. Singing is just something that I just do all the time, and I don't even realize it sometimes. It's just fun to hum, fun to hear melodies in my mind. How are you? I'm doing pretty good, doing pretty swell. It's getting a little dark in my room though, I'm not gonna lie. I might have to turn on the light a little bit, but I'm doing a-okay. Thank you for asking. Hey Travis, I have a Q&A for you, and my question is, are you going to be doing a video that is featuring other talented singers or rappers that are on YouTube, just like how Alex Iono featured you on his YouTube channel, but not only people who upload videos on YouTube? If you could share a couple of videos from Instagram as well, I would appreciate it a lot. I honestly, I don't know at the moment, but that sounds like a really interesting idea for the future, so I might just do that. DM me on Instagram so we can talk more about it. When will you cover Fake Friends, Joel Adams songs? I have no idea who that is, but I'll check it out after this video. When did you start to grow into music, and what software do you use to produce songs? The software I use to produce songs is Ableton Live 10. And when did I start to grow in music? I started to grow in music when I started doing the covers. So for now, I'm going to keep doing that until it no longer serves me or the channel. I love doing both covers and originals, but I really love doing the originals more. What inspired me to pursue a career in music? Honestly, the fear of having an office job is what inspired me to find a career in music. If you're going outside, for an example, going on a mall, does anybody recognize you with the best covers and music you do? Why wouldn't someone recognize you? I love your music, man. Keep it coming. I haven't really met somebody strictly from meeting me on YouTube. I haven't had that situation yet. However, through word of mouth and social presence, people around my area that haven't met me before, they've seen me and we've exchanged words before. But no one strictly from YouTube that found me from YouTube has said anything to me in person before. They haven't done that yet, I should say. Will you write a song about getting your root canal out for me? You're a bloody amazing artist. Probably not, but that sounds like a funny idea. Also, what is your other channel for? I've been considering a couple ideas for what the other channel will end up being and what it'll be used for. Right now, he's talking about my second channel called the Kid Travis Hub. What I want to do is have that be for original content only, so that anybody could go view that and get their Kid Travis only stuff, like the original content. So basically, that channel will be for songs that are written and produced by Kid Travis. Can you try and hit higher notes on your songs? Sometimes it feels too monotone, especially the XXXTentacion covers. The reason why I don't sing higher notes is because I just can't hit those notes anymore. I tune each song to the key that best fits my voice, and when I have to sing really high, personally it doesn't sound too good to my ears, so I doubt anybody else's ears would like them either. Who is your most trustful and active fan? Who are you dreaming to collaborate with? Right now, I would love to collaborate with Landon Cube. He seems like a pretty cool person. Who is your most trustful and active fan? My most trustful and active fan is probably my mom. Honestly, she watches everything. Sorry for those out there looking for a shout out for that question. Yeah, my mom is my #1 supporter. Are you interested in going to Indonesia? I would absolutely love to go to Indonesia, depending on if it's, you know, safe to go there right now or not. I know you guys had a couple earthquakes or hurricanes, and I just hope that you guys are all safe. How do you make your background musics, and what do you use for editing? I'm trying to make beats by my own lately. I use Ableton Live 10 for making beats, and I use Final Cut Pro for editing videos. How tall are you? How tall are you? How tall are you? I am 6'4". Do you want to visit Indonesia? I would love to visit Indonesia one day. What's the first song you covered? The first song I covered was Wicked Games by The Weeknd. Why are you so good at singing, man? Why is not Sony or some nice music company taking you? You are a beast. I like your music, and the way you sing is so glorious. I talked to all my friends about your channel and your covers, man. Greetings from Spain. Another question, how old are you, my brother? I am 21 years old. I am 21 years old. I've just been singing for a very long time, and once you do something for a very long time, you start to develop different skills and different things of that nature. New album soon? I don't know. What are some artists that you are going to collaborate with in the future? I do not know because I can't tell the future, but I would love to collaborate with anybody who I think would make the song sound awesome. Will you continue to make X-inspired singles? Possibly. Like I said before in the past, I definitely want to focus on my original content and seeing where that goes. We'll see what happens in the future. Kid Travis, why aren't you a true legend yet? Cause all the legends seem to die out. What the hell is this about? When are you telling everyone that you gotta weave? Alright. What is your songwriting process? Also, your originals are pretty great. Which music artist would you like to collab with? Whenever I'm recording my original songs, I never really write down my lyrics. I just go ahead and I just go off the dome. In a way, I kind of freestyle my lyrics. They come to me in the moment as I'm singing and as I'm humming to myself. And if I hear a catchy idea or a catchy hook, I'll hum it first and then I'll fill in the words later. When did you start singing? I started singing since I was like 4 or 3, and I didn't really take it seriously until middle school. You got a sibling? Haha. Also, root canals are painful. Good luck. I have 4 siblings, and yes, root canals are very painful. How old are you? What is the very first song you wrote? First song I wrote, I can't even remember the first song I wrote and what the name was called, but I'm sure if I look back in some old notes, I'll be able to find out. And I am 21 years old. Who is your favorite rapper / artist? My favorite rapper or artist at the moment would be Travis Scott. Actually, I have another question for you, Travis. Do you know anything about Shiloh Dynasty? X produced some of her unfinished songs. She was the chorus of Jocelyn Flores by X. All I know is she was a talented artist, but she disappeared from Insta, Facebook, and all that. I miss her, man. I wish X was still here. I do not know anything about where she disappeared to. I know about Shiloh Dynasty, pretty much a good portion of the album 17 by X. She's really, really talented, and I hope one day she decides to come back and bless us with beautiful vocals. I think that's about it for all of your questions, but I just wanted to say thank you for all of your input. Big shout out to those asking how I am and how I'm doing. It means a whole lot to me. And last but not least, thank you all for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. This has been your man, Kid Travis, out of here. Haunted by my past life. She want me to be the bad guy. Won't apologize, like my bad, like my bad, my bad. My ego won't let me apologize. Swear to God, didn't know she had a guy. Don't ask me about my past, like my past life. You never said sorry for your lies. I am not surprised.